Guys, welcome to TCR. Sid here. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Today I wanted to give you a little bit of an update on our goats and check in on them and see how they're doing. So here's Neil, guys. Neil is my boar goat that I got at 2 days old and bottle fed. He's just starting to get that that musk, that fabulous musk. And this is Caroline. She is my Nubian doe, who is a couple months older. He was born in April and she was born in February, mid-month, both of them. And they're going to be my little breeding pair. So if you've been following our channel for a little while, you've seen them make their different appearances here. But he is now 5 months old and she is coming up on 8 months. She's almost to breeding age and so is he. So I've been looking at them closely lately, looking for some of the signs of her potentially being in heat, which I've seen some of. And he's hitting the selfie stick for scratches here. And then him as well, I've noticed some of his signs of maybe starting to come into maturity and the beginnings of maybe getting into rut here, with his very faint smell and some of his behavior. So I think, and they're definitely, I mean, they're a completely bonded pair, so I can't imagine that they won't breed. So I'm hoping, oh yes, I can smell it on you right now, yes, because I'm scratching you and giving you loves. So I imagine if all goes according to plan and they mate within the next month or two, that hopefully we'll have babies by, March or April. We've decided to take a little bit of a break from doing pigs, so the next larger meat source that we would have would be from these guys. Now, it's not like we're in short supply of meat. We've got the Cornish, we've got the ducks, we've been busy filling the freezer the last few weeks. We will continue to do that this following weekend. I have a few more ducks that need to go. I still have a few Cornish that need to go. Hi, baby. Neil's trying to knock me over. Neil, what are you doing? What are you doing, silly boy? So they're definitely getting to that point, I think, where they're getting ready to breed. I've seen some of the signs with them, her wagging her tail, the pacing a little bit, the getting playful with him. He's had some certain signs, which biological signs besides the smell that we won't get into, but he's approaching that territory. So I think it's very possible that they could end up. Caroline wants her 15 minutes of fame. Don't eat the camera. You're gonna get schmutz all over the lens, and I'm gonna have to deal with schmutz. We still have a lot of meat going on, but no big meat sources. What is wrong with you today, huh? They never act like this, and then of course they're acting like this. We are hopeful that we will be able to get the rabbits started. Don't eat my dress. This is like a first. They've never done this and nibbled on my clothes like this before. And today, of course, I wear a dress, and they decided today's nibbling day. But they. Hopefully we'll be able to get into rabbits. We did get those quail from Brad. Mike actually was his idea, 100%. Ended up letting me keep 20 of them, and 2 are confirmed ruse. One of them I'm on the fence about. I'm not sure if it's a boy or girl, but it had pretty coloring and cool markings, but I couldn't quite determine just from the markings if it was a male or female, so the jury's out. And so he still has to get me a proper cage for them. Right now they're in an old parrot cage that I have, but it's not ideal. They're in the sunroom, and yeah, it's not ideal. So eventually we'll have them out here in a regular cage that's more predator proof and just to have them outside. So hopefully we'll get that squared away very soon. We did process all those birds. If you haven't seen that video, check that video out. The full unedited version is on our Patreon page, which the link is below. But our YouTube friendly version, of course, is also on our channel. So you make sure you check that out. But yeah, we haven't actually cooked any of it yet. I will make sure. I did find a recipe that looks quite intriguing that I'm going to give a shot first too. So we'll film when I do the first quail recipe for giving it a shot, and then we'll do. We've had a lot of requests for rewind. We've had a couple of requests for some different duck recipes too. So we haven't done a whole duck yet. We've only done like curing the duck, making the broth. We've done, you know, some things like that, rendering the duck fat and that kind of thing. But we haven't done just, I'm roasting a duck today. So like, I need to find a good recipe for that and get that squared away, because we are now having actual ducks. I've got 3 in the freezer right now that are ready to be eaten. So the focus will be more on smaller things for meat over the next several months until we end up having her kid. Until then, it'll be the quail, the ducks, the Cornish chickens for now. Just kind of taking a break from the pork for a little bit. We will have turkeys that we need to process out. We'll probably do that towards the end of October, beginning of November. And I probably will just get, at that point, butcher all of my turkeys out. I think we're gonna be phasing those out and moving into just the rabbits and the quail, which I'm totally fine with. I was kind of like about it at first, because I really do like the Thanksgiving turkeys and doing that. But I can still get a poult in the spring, in May, and brood it and raise it and still do my own turkey for Thanksgiving. I can still do that. I just don't need to be breeding them and raising them, because they are a giant pain in the butt and a lot more effort than, say, the quail, which is a quicker turnaround. You got 8 weeks till they're mature, and then breeding them is super easy because the numbers just go. It's such a fast turnaround that you miss this round of breeding, you get the next round of fertile eggs. It's not a big deal. And so I think that that's going to be maybe the focus for at least a little while, which would be kind of a good break with the way 2020 was going. Maybe some of these smaller projects that are a little bit easier to butcher out, things that, I can butcher out or he can butcher out more by himself without it having to be a whole day affair between the two of us when we've got a lot to do. So I'm thinking that might be the way to go just for these next few months until we kind of see how things shake out and what else 2020 has in store for us, right? So fingers crossed that all goes well. Fingers crossed that now that he's just entering maturity and she is entering maturity, that in the next month or two that we will have, pregnant goat news. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. We'll keep you guys posted on that. But so far, they're doing great. We're loving having the goats. I can't wait to really get that breeding started and see how that goes. Nubians do sometimes breed all year long, so we'll see how she does when she reaches maturity and has her first kid. That's my little update today, guys, for here on the farm and kind of what we're doing and how the goats are doing and what our plan is for, our short-term plan for meat right now. So there it is. Don't forget to like the video, guys, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so you get the notifications.